Cash money thing. She got me in my feelings. Gotta be real with it. Yeah. Kiki, do you love me? Are you riding? Say you never ever leave beside me. Cause I want you and I need you. And I'm down for you always, baby. Do you love me? Are you riding? Say you never ever leave from beside me. Cause I want you and I need you. And I'm down for you always. Really knew me, really good around me. I play, gotta feel me before they try and kill me. They gotta make some choices, they running out of options. Cause I've been going off and they don't know when to stop it. When to stop it, stop it, stop it. When to stop it, don't know when to stop it. When to stop it, stop it. Don't know when to stop it. When to stop it, when to stop it, stop it. When to stop it, don't know when to stop it. When to stop it, stop it. I'm down for you always. Down for you always. Down for you always. Down for you always. Down for you always.
Hey girls, what's up, what's up, what's up? It's your Banji Princess. Sister Good Puss. No, but what's good? It's Malik, as always. Him podcast. I got my team. What's goody? The Do-Rag Bandit. Hey, Aaron.
Oh my God! So I'm Brother Good Buss today.
Why did you just?
I'll tell you why. I'll
tell you why.
You're right. You gotta set it up. Because I wear boxer briefs exclusively, and I put some on today. When I looked in the mirror and I said to myself, self said, I said, you have got quite the wagon. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so here's what we're gonna do.
Here's the thing: you never know
that you a dragon.
That's the thing. Like when I put on jeans, this shit disappears. But let me tell you something. It's like what Missy Elliott said: take my thong off, my ass go boom.
Boom. See.
I don't wear thongs, but take my jeans off.
Now,
my ass go. Anyway, hey, what's up, y'all? It's me, Brother Good Buss.
Brother Good Buss.
Come on, brother.
Brother
Good Buss and Sister Good Puss.
Hold on. Let me motherfucking, cause bitch, I done had a cup of wine, bitch, and I need to get a few things straight to the girls that follow him podcast on motherfucking Twitter.
Right.
Yes, I do have a motherfucking boyfriend. No, it is not Aaron. No, I am not a motherfucking conduit for Aaron. If you want to address Aaron, or if you have some things to motherfucking say to my motherfucking bro, she has her own accounts.
Like the glasses.
And I say accounts because she has multiples. And that's that. I'm sorry, but that's it.
Hey,
that was tease. And
to piggyback off of what Malik just said, my DMs are closed.
No. Wait a minute. Hold on.
They are open, Miss Thing.
Wait a minute. First of all,
What happened?
I'm trying to figure out how you want to put this on the show
happened.
and then say your DMs is closed.
No,
but
nothing. First of all,
Brother Good Buss.
I didn't know.
Let me tell. How you gonna say that?
I can be Brother Good Buss independently.
Work independent label.
Anybody sliding in my DMs, okay?
Now, when they slide, they will, because you said it on the damn thing.
Well, girl, it's no shade. I just said
Wagon.
my DMs are closed. Right. Now,
no shade.
This is independent of what Malik said because I didn't know.
I
didn't know that. I didn't know people were using Malik as a conduit to get to me. I didn't know anything about that. I didn't know that. But I'm saying my DMs are closed because I don't want y'all DMs. I love y'all. DM me about the podcast.
It's appropriate to try it though.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Sometimes, Aaron, I think that you be trying to shoot the girls who want to shoot a shot. Now you can miss an opportunity like that. If you keep closing your DMs, it's no shade. I love you to death. But when you shut them DMs, Miss Thing, I'm going off right now. When you shut them DMs, Miss Thing, you will block out some blessings. You will miss
here's
an
the thing.
opportunity.
It's no shade. It's no shade. It's no shade.
Look,
check it out. If I was interested, I'd DM you.
That can't just be on your
pull them out, girl.
But it is.
Not everybody. Sometimes they gotta
pull them
find
out.
you.
I love all the girls. All the girls are cunt. I love them all.
Till he's old and gray.
Y'all niggas think I'm just sitting here singing by myself?
No.
Oh, all right. Well, with that,
ain't nobody thought that down.
No, I want to let
girl. Don't get read out on air.
the tease.
Don't get read out on air.
I didn't even say anything.
I will read you your Miranda rights.
Why did I get attacked? I didn't say anything.
A groceries list.
The tease.
I've been good.
What?
Milk, cheese, and bacon.
Okay, bitch.
The back of the window.
You look like you about to go for some fucking bitch. Go.
So no.
Are you taking a shit and you need? Like
Oh,
what?
God, don't
What
get
does the
started.
back of this say?
So the tease was that this young man followed me, and like I did not follow him at first because I think initially his page had like a lot of porn on it. So, and no shade to the porn girls. My best friend does porn. Like, girl, one of my best friends does porn, and girl, I'm here. I support all the girls, but at the same time, what you're not gonna do, he direct messaged me, and like he was like, that Vogue video I have on, so he commented on that video. So from there I followed him, and then he was just like, oh, are you in a relationship? And I was like, yeah, I am. And then so after that he was like, cool, I couldn't remember if you tweeted about it. Then he was like, is your boyfriend Aaron? And I did, and I don't even think you and I have like a lot of discourse on like
On
Twitter.
we really don't.
Yeah,
not on purpose. But
no, yeah. So it was weird. Aaron is my bro. That's not like we don't want to operate that type of business at him. Like sisters not sleeping with sisters and brothers not sleeping together. Like my puss is my puss.
I actually don't want none of y'all hoes.
Like, girl, it's not, no shade to the houses that's given that, but the house of him, that's not how we run this house. So yeah, I
don't do that.
Yeah, that's what I'm giving. But hey,
oh my God,
Yes,
you
we're back
guys!
again.
I don't know if y'all know
I'm
this, but
listening.
we have some amazing guests with us here again.
Ew.
We have Laquann and ML. What's going on with y'all?
Hello.
Hey.
Actually, I got to the him Kiki.
Okay.
Oh,
Right.
yeah, we're sitting in.
Waiting for the
Stevie,
business.
bitch, what was you up to? Cause
Up to what? When? In life?
in life, bitch,
Right now? Oh, I'm just an uncle. And
you
know,
look so cute, being
and
uncle. That's like a great
yeah,
look on you.
I'm finding out that honestly I still don't want children. Okay. It's not changing my idea, but I'm very attached to my nephew. I'm learning, what it is to raise a child and stuff like that, and I can still see that I don't want it, but I do love my nephew very, very much. I'm good on it. It's no shade.
And I'm sorry. Shout out to Damien in the back. Bitch with this motherfucking cunt fan.
Right.
I don't want to read Miss Damien out, but Miss Damien, you always got a fan, bitch. I need to step my fan game up. Miss thing.
Girl, bitch. But yeah, so what's good? We're gonna go ahead and get into the icebreaker. Hold on.
Break me down.
The breakdown.
Okay, hold
the
on, hold on.
breakdown. We're gonna call the
The icebreakers.
Break my back, like.
Well,
For
listen,
real?
no. The key is me and Malik were at the Latex Bowl, and my cousin's friend was really shining on the Drake lyrics, like, watch the breakdown. So now we said we're gonna call
Hold
the
up,
icebreaker
Holiday.
the breakdown.
Hold up.
I'm here for that.
The breakdown. The breakdown.
It's a moment.
So
Yeah.
New Orleans.
I have to always, first of all, my boyfriend is
Now, what we not gonna do is that.
what I want to go off and say is that I love you, XD. I was actually going through our messages for him podcast, and Stevie had tweeted something, and XD retweeted it and said that we've been doing a great job. So I want to say thank you, XD, because I didn't get a chance to tweet about it when he tweeted it.
Yeah.
But I just want to say thank you, just because he's just obviously, if you want to have a friend in podcasting,
He's
it
the
is
one.
most certainly XD.
He's a fantastic person. He's so supportive and kind and caring and hilarious. I love Xavier. He's one of the best things that's happened to me in the city so far. So shout out to you, man. I love you.
So, with that being said, look, I'm trying to find it. So, XD tweeted this on June 29th. Come on, and it's gonna kind of groove us. Like, I want to give the girls credit, because she slightly aided with this, but
Time.
okay. Oh, hold on.
This thing need a time.
No shade. This must have been on XD Heart, because he tweeted this at 3:06 a.m.
Look,
So this
because
must,
it matters.
yeah.
Open her eyes and was
Yeah.
like, let me just put something on the girl.
Uh-huh.
Put it in context.
But no, he I follow XD, and I have been for a while, and I think that he is one of the type of people that he tweets. I mean, everything that he tweets, it blows up, but there are some times when he really tweets the gem, and that makes you really think about certain things. But the other day he tweeted, "I've learned this week that I am more desired as a parental or counseling figure than as a romantic partner. I think that we all play a role in the marketplace." And he defines the marketplace as the gay community, and just dating and being in a relationship or whatever. And I kind of wanted to pose it to the group to see, like, what do you feel as though, like, how do you feel like you're received within the community, and what role do you play? And can that role be changed? And anything that you kind of want to say on the topic. Before we start, I do want to say that it sometimes when XD tweets things, it does, like, it makes me sad, because I think that I think in the gay community, if you don't present a certain way, or if you're not, like, if you don't have a certain look, that it doesn't allow you access into certain spaces within the gay community. So we do have to, acknowledge that. But more importantly, it's just, can one change your position in life and as well as the gay community? Because I think that living in the gay community, or how you present in the gay community, is different from how you present in, like, the real world or, like, the straight community. So it's two different things. And I think that's also something to think about, like, when we're out, shaking and baking. So I always start with Aaron. Hey, yeah. Look, and if you say what I don't want you to say, bitch, I'm going to fucking read you. No, I'm just saying. God. I'm just saying.
So we're talking about what we think people perceive us as, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think that how I'm perceived is partly my fault. But this will be like kind of a readout to people, but so people perceive me as this, like, sex crazed, like, vulgar, like, dude, like, and that's fine because I am, but I think they take it a step farther in that they think that I'm down for anything. All they got to do is send me a picture of their feet and I'm into it. Like, it could be any old body, any old time, any old where. I've gotten approached by people that's like, oh yeah, so you down, let's go over here, and I'm like, hold on, like, who are you? And they're like, no, because you tweet, and I'm like, I don't understand how you get from, like, because I tweet vulgar shit, like, but that's just because that's just my personality, and also I believe that you should be allowed to say whatever the fuck you want to say, especially in our community. On social media, period. But that doesn't mean that I am not selective in who I spend my time with. Romantically or sexually, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying, like, there's a vetting process, but, like, I'm not, you can't just walk up to me and be like, yeah, okay, come suck my dick over here around the corner.
Right.
And I'm gonna be like, yeah, because that's what I do all the time. Like, that's, that's a perception that's, I don't really like that perception, but people say that. I've had people tell me that, after meeting me, oh yeah, I thought that you were just like the sex crazed idiot. Like, you didn't really have any real thoughts beyond, like, whatever. But, like, it's a pleasant surprise for me to learn that you actually have a mind. And I'm like, that's not a compliment. Like, and so I've gone back and forth. I used to be a lot more vulgar on social media than I am now. And I've kind of dialed it back because I was kind of tired of getting those sorts of, responses. And I use Twitter as a way to just you get what's in my head, whatever I think about, I tweet it, whatever. But I've been focusing more on just being more like, let's have a discussion about something, or, whatever. So people don't always, because I'm tired of people approaching me that way in my DMs, in person, you know what I'm saying? Like, so that gets tiring after a while. I think that when it comes to sex, it's like, people need to be more respectful when it comes to that kind of thing, like, and just because someone could literally tweet a whole video with them having sex on the timeline, but that doesn't mean that you get to approach them and say, hey, let's fuck, and we about to, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's about consent. It's about respecting another person's, like, autonomy. Like, they can do what they want, but it doesn't have anything to do with you unless they choose to bring you into it. I'm not trying to have a whole thing, but
come on now.
That's a whole thing.
That's so heavy.
You touching on shit that the girls need to hear, so keep going.
But yeah, so that I think, I'm perceived as just like ass and dick obsessed, you know what I'm saying, freak. And that's fine because, that's at certain times, that's what I give. But I'm more than that. I'm a person, and not even in the intelligence. Like, you could be sex crazy and be intelligent at the same time. I don't have to say that I'm intelligent in order for you to believe me. I have a personality beyond that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a human. I'm a person. You know what I'm saying? That's a part of who I am. And just because you get that part on Twitter doesn't mean that's the whole of who I am. So I'm not a fan of that perception. I like to change it. But, yeah, that's basically what I get.
We going go around. Look, just make it a single line.
What y'all think?
What about you, ML?
Okay.
Well, that was interesting. That was really interesting because it made me think. One, and I'll get to my thing, but what you were saying made me think a lot about how people like. There's a thing that is supposed to be like sexy about that kind of masculine sexual like pursuit. Like, yeah, hey, come here. And it's like, oh, I'm supposed to be into that. So I think it's interesting that you were talking about that. But how I'm perceived, I don't really know. I think something what I initially. Well,
Yes!
Yeah, he would probably know.
Yes!
I think he would. I think Laquann would definitely know better than I would know how I'm perceived. But I think the one thing I have realized, and so when we were talking in part 1, I said I was like straight in a past life, and the way that I was super jockey, like I ran track or whatever. So people would always be like, "Oh, you're handsome," but it was no, like, I was not getting any gas really based on how I looked. I mean, I was, but you know, girls are shy. It's what it is. Some girls are shy. Now, like messing with dudes or whatever and being more into the queer community, queer and trans community, people tell me I'm beautiful a lot more. And so there's a thing about like my looks that gets brought up a lot. And so, but it does make me feel a way. I don't know if you feel a way, Aaron. It kind of sounded like you did. It makes me feel a way.
She feels the way.
You know. Well, you should be in the bottom of that bag because
Come on, the bottom of the bag. Come on.
Let me like read. Let me have a mind. Not even reading. You know, you can have a mind based off of whatever, but let me have a mind and like talk about asshole too.
Yeah, let me be gross.
I think
then,
though,
you know,
there's a way to intellectualize also. I think people are into people talking about things in a certain way. So if I just say, oh, I like dick and ass, it's okay, whatever. But if I say something about the human anatomy and use these words that can make it pretty in a way that people respect, then I'm intellectual. I think that's weird. But I don't know. My looks have been a big part of how I'm perceived, as far as like people always saying, oh, you're beautiful or whatever. Or bitches sitting like how we sitting and being like, oh, you're pretty. And I'm like, oh,
that happens to me too.
Like, thanks.
And I respond, I'm like, thanks. And then but then it turns uncomfortable really quickly after that. Because they're like, you're pretty. I'm like, thanks. And they're like, yeah.
So what happened?
So
Oh, really?
You know, and I'm just like, that was a compliment. I accepted.
Well,
Thanks.
see, people
Like,
don't try me. People don't
It
like,
happens to me a
even
lot.
at this point, whatever is fine. I'm in a whole relationship. But before, I'm like, I am available. And niggas just want to be like, oh, you're pretty as fuck. And then I was like, oh, in the gay community, am I that pretty bitch that no one wants to walk up to? So that was an interesting kind of like reality shift for me. Like clubs got weird.
Very.
Yeah.
See? I love when the girls.
Hey, is that Laquann? Hey, girls. Come on out. Come on out.
I did it a couple years ago, girl. I'm over it.
Right.
Come on, Laquann.
I love you, bitch.
I love you too. Perception. When y'all first sent me the question, I'm like, well, shit. I didn't even prepare anything because I'm like, I don't know. I don't really know. It's something I like struggle with like every other week, every other day, whatever. I guess the first thing that comes to mind is like my femininity. And like the balance of like my femininity and masculinity. I think how like I present on like social media or whatever, or maybe just how I walk around. I don't know. People think and it's not a problem or anything like that, but it sometimes feels like, is that how I am? Or I don't feel like that, or I don't feel like I'm living up to what you think I am.
Right.
Some people think I'm like super, super feminine and like I'm like wearing makeup. They like assume I have like a bag of makeup and
You beat my
and you know
face.
like all this stuff and so like they like ask me to do like shoots where they want me to come like with my makeup done
Up in
or,
drags, basically.
you know,
Come on out.
or they want me to be like
Mad
a part of
androgyny. Like,
yeah, they want me to
hit
be a
ups.
part of androgynous projects and stuff. I get asked if I'm like comfortable shaving my beard for projects a lot,
Yeah.
and like stuff like that. And it's fine. Like I'm like happy to have like these options, opportunities, and stuff. But sometimes I feel like, and in other spaces too, like with friendships and like when I'm like around other people and like the group is like a whole bunch of like feminine or like have like more energy as far as like I'm chilling and they're like super energetic, and I feel like a lot of people think like I'm gonna be a certain way or a certain stereotypical way that they think like a feminine dude would put off, and like I don't put that off, and then I feel like I'm disappointing people.
Yeah.
So I've been thinking about that a lot lately, and
especially artistically. Would you
yeah,
say?
yeah.
Because people artistically are really interested in you, and like, but I think there is that moment of like people wanting to play with gender, and so it's like, oh, he has a beard, but he can also give super femme tees, and like let's put him on this project, and it's like, yeah, but he can also give you like a butch tee, which is no shade to a femme shit, but like, how did I think what we were talking about was people really like giving you opportunities that allow you to, or partnering you with opportunities that allow you to really stretch into your gender expression fully, so the entire spectrum, because you don't rest in one place.
Definitely don't. So I think really just I don't know, lately it's like been making me feel like insecure in certain spaces where I'm like not feminine enough or I'm not masculine enough, and then I'm like in this middle gray area, which is makes me feel like I'm boring or disappointing.
Oh, your point about disappointing people, that's real. Like, you know, it's like sometimes I feel like I have to, because, you know, sometimes I hit it on Twitter sometimes. Like, people laugh at what I say. So, like, when I meet people, they're like, oh my God, yeah, you're so funny. And, like, they're looking at me and I'm like, okay, tell a joke. Like, why did the chicken die? Like, I don't know. Like, you know, and I feel like I have to, like, put on a persona or, you know, whatever. And then the looks thing also, I feel like I was like, okay, I have to dress like a certain way, or, you know, I have to spray on a certain amount of cologne so that people can, like, because I don't know, like over time it's like that's become the expectation. Like, you know, oh yeah, you look cute on Instagram, so it's like you, and then people talk about like how people look a certain way on like social media, and then like in, you know, it's person like, oh, these people don't look, they look ugly in person, you know, whatever. And so your point about that hits home for me. Like,
and
that's a real
I've
thing.
always been cognizant of like letting you present how you want to present within the group of him, because I realized that us three, we
live how we live.
We present as like ladies.
Who said that?
So
Missing
girl,
Trey's like, I'm not a lady.
but any who said that? She's a ladybug.
I can't take a lady,
But I think that
She's like, I got a brick in my purse.
okay.
Lady.
my bag. But okay, I'm still that girl. Missing.
But I've always been like, you know, special to you and understanding like you don't have to like, girl, if you want to go butch, if you want to go lesbian, if you want to go like, if you whatever tea that you want to give,
Come on,
I want you to give that, because like I know your default, but I know your default may not be the comprehensive tea of what you actually give.
Yeah.
So
I think we have similar default like initial, because even now, so I'm getting more into modeling, and niggas are really in, and it's interesting because I hear a lot of queer models talk about not being able to get jobs. Queer masculine presenting models talk about not being able to get jobs because it's like, oh, you're too femme for this project or whatever. But I still, people are hitting me up because I give, I guess, just like a edgy weird boy whatever thing that's still like very masculine from a photo perspective. But it does make me kind of think about it when I come into a space like, well, how should I be moving? Are they expecing me to be giving
exactly
like a super
the way
butch
you
tee?
stand when you're standing
and will
still?
I not get the job if I'm like, because these is a bunch of straight boys.
Yeah.
You know, so
and you need your checks.
right?
I mean, if you know, as a creative, I mean, I'm not necessarily trying to model. There are things I'm trying to do with like my personality, like maybe like videos and, you know, whatever. And, you know, when you're thinking about it in that space, it's like people expect me to be like that. Oh, he's nerdy and, you know, blah, blah. And so I'm like, okay, well, I gotta like make sure to insert something about a comic book or like a fantasy series in the conversation. You know what I'm saying? Just to keep that up. So it's like, this is what you're interested in. And it's like, if I show too much of another side of my personality, you might not be interested anymore.
Well, I think you're thinking about personality as branding though also.
Yeah.
Which you gotta
fuck the brand.
I think we're living in a moment where people like personal whatever is branding, and that's like cool. But I think finding a place for you that is a separation,
individuality.
Well, because I think Twitter does that too, and social media. Period. It's like, oh, this is my aesthetic. I need to be giving this. And it's like, bitch, no, that's my Instagram. This is.
It's like I think about it too much, but like, I know that I shouldn't think about it that much, but like, I find myself doing it. You know, like.
Yeah. Hey, world. What's up? What's your tea?
Oh God.
What's your
Okay,
tea?
so the girls have always painted their own picture of me, bitch. Because in the beginning of my Twitter life, I did own a very, very raunchy Tumblr page, right?
That I
I
used to
still
visit
do.
every day.
And a
look,
Twitter.
It's on the side. though.
I used to jerk off to this.
My Tumblr is nasty.
Honestly, my Twitter page, my Tumblr page was very, very raunchy. I gave so much that the girls have all painted their own picture of who I am. And now that I'm giving a totally different side of who I am, the girls are just like, okay, so this is what, no, bitch, this is my sexual side. This is what the girls give when it's sexual. But then when I'm presenting them in front of them, they're like, oh, Stevie, you're so intimidating. I don't really want to approach you because I think you're intimidating. I think I need to fill up to a sexual, baby, I'm completely separate from that. Don't paint your, this is what I always say, do not paint your own picture of me because you know my @name. Get to know the real fucking me because I'm separate from that. What I give on social media is what I give. I'm funny. I'm all around universal, circle, Miss Thing. Like, I'm just, don't paint your picture of what you see on social media. Just like I always say this all the time. When you know my @name don't mean you know me. At all. Stevie So Fetch is Stevie So Fetch, but get to know Steven. Now I go by Stevie all the time, but get to know Steven because it's a separate entity. It's completely separate from what you think you know.
Yeah.
So I wish that's what the girls always seem to do on Twitter and social media as a whole. I get that you paint your own picture of who the fuck I am. Baby, when you get to know me and like, oh, Stevie, you're so cool. And then when I'm giving advice, the girls are like, oh my God, bitch, that was a really good point. Yeah, but you so stuck on me being on the sexual tip that you don't even understand that, baby, I'm completely separate from what you think I am.
Yeah.
Come on, Steven. Come on,
Yeah,
self-titled
Steven.
album, bitch.
Right, come on,
Okay.
birth name. It's no
Right,
shade.
girl.
Stevie, not Stevie.
Let
Miss
these
Thing.
girls
It is
know.
what- yeah, these girls
Profile picture, bitch.
these girls paint their own fucking picture of what they think I am, and I really wish they wouldn't. Miss
And can't
Thing.
even paint.
And can't even paint, Miss Thing. They use it fucking pastel, Miss Thing. I need you to use watercolors. No shade. I always want to paint a picture.
Come on, watercolors.
Girl, y'all about to key. Well, I feel like I've always been the girls. I mean, like, literally since kindergarten, I have been one of the girls and will continue to be one of the girls. I've always been very feminine. I've always been just like, and like, I've grown up around so many like Black women that it's really hard for me like not to be feminine, and I've understand like my mannerisms and just like how I interact with other people. But I think that in this day and age that we live in the gay community, I think like feminine is like associated with like different sexual roles.
Yeah.
And like
that's what I was, because I'm sorry.
the older that I get, I'm trying to like break out of that image of like what a feminine Black gay man is and how he performs his duties within the bedroom. So that's one thing. But also, like, I feel someone told me once upon a time that I give Catwoman.
Who said that?
Come on, Catwoman, come on out.
And
I love the Catwoman.
I'm more or less like, again, I've learned how to, this body that I'm in, I've learned how to protect it and how to interact and how to navigate my world from a Black woman. So you have to understand like that everything that I do, I've learned from like my mother and my older sister. Thank you. And so like that's how it is like disseminated to like the world. But that doesn't make me less or more than a like man. And I think that within my current relationship, even with my partner, like I've battled to like maintain this femininity and like, you know, this feminine personality, but also like break out to explore like, you know, who I am within this relationship, and understanding that like initially me and my boyfriend met when I was 19. And now I'm 29, so I think he's like really understood me. Right, he's understood me as this like little girl, and no shade, I'm a grown woman and I'm a grown man as well, you know. And I've just been kind of trying to augment that space that I exist in within our relationship, but also I don't know, like within like just the general gay community, I struggle trying to be bigger, if that makes any sense. I understand that I'm a very small person, like by nature. So I'm constantly trying to feel more safe and bigger in my own space, but understanding like that I'm always going to be in this body and this space is always going to be mine. So I'm trying to learn how to love who I am and also understand that I can change things with how I look and who I am today, as opposed to like trying to change how I look and be this bigger and better person, if that makes any sense, you know? Because what I'm trying to hint at is like, I think living in New York City, like there's like these bodybuilders and like these big guys that, you know, walk around the city and like do these certain things. And it's just like, well, girl, I will never be that, nor am I trying to be that, but I'm just trying to, you know, take this space and own it and like work with it and like make other people's spaces and better, you know, for gay people. But we were talking about this the other day. We were texting and how like I come into a problem when all my life I've had to like fight for this space that I've owned. And like, you know, in middle school, like I was fighting the straight boys, like, girl, I'm gay, like I am what I am. Right. In high school, it was giving the same thing. And even in like this day and age, I'm constantly trying to, you know, find a space where I belong. And it's just like, it bothers me when I come into spaces with other gay people who are gay, but don't identify and like make a scene for other gay people to have spaces and be comfortable in like their own space, if that makes a sense. So like there are other people who have a platform that necessarily don't identify as gay or make it clear that they are gay and they're advocating for other queer people. And it really, I hate to like switch the conversation, but like it really makes me feel some type of way, because every day I walk out of I remember the other day I was walking out of my apartment and like it was 2 Asian people and like maybe a black person standing on a corner, and like they literally like gagged and like looked at me while I walked down the street. And it was just like, I deal with that every day. Like it's at least once a day. Every day that I walk out of my apartment, I'm dealing with something.
I mug them back. Old ladies, everything.
Girl,
I grab my bag.
Elderly women on the train
kids
are the worst. No, elderly women on the train.
The kids are the one you
Old
carry
ladies
on.
Stare at you with like this disappointment.
I
You
carry
can keep,
them.
bitch.
So it's like
kids will keep going back and forth with you too.
And I got time.
Yeah.
Being in the queer community,
I got
it's like you kind of have to get used to being a sideshow. You know what I'm saying? Like, and
Yeah.
you know, people are in general are so one dimensional when they're looking at you, whether it be other people in the queer community or just random people on the street. It's like they see one piece of you and they decide that is your entire identity, and they treat you with that in mind. And it's like and I'm not saying that I'm exempt, because I do it too sometimes, you know, but like we have to remain cognizant and like think of that when we're talking to people or getting to know people or even interacting with people online. People are more than just what you see, what they're presenting to you. And you have to realize that. Think about yourself, how complex you are. You know what I'm saying? So like, and just as complex as you are, someone else is too. But I just wanted to put that in there.
How much of that do you guys, I'm sorry, how much of that do you guys think is like projecting or being insecure too, though? Like, cause like I'm mugging old lady.
I feel like sometimes the girls, hold on, I feel like sometimes the girls want to be the girl that they are shading. Yeah. Sometimes on social media, the girls will shade the girl that they really want to be. Like, I wish I was within the gay community. They want to be the girl that's outspoken. They want to be the girl that has a point to make, and they want to actually attack the girl who's actually making a good point. Like, bitch, why are you attacking me for making a good point about something? Yeah. Or for if I'm making it make sense. The girls always want to attack the girls that's like, oh, bitch, well, I don't really agree with her just to make another situation happen. Like, baby, well, now why do you want to go toe to toe with me? Because I'm making sense.
On the trains and shit though, like when people are like looking at us, like are we like, or me at least, am I like being defensive because I'm like insecure that they're thinking they're thinking some shit?
I pay those girls. No, pay them girls a full check.
Because I'm looking at them looking at me, and I'm like, okay, what are they looking at?
Right?
What's the real
today?
Yeah. And it might be, like you said, it might just because they like my shirt, or they, you know, oh, like I like his boot. You know what I'm saying? And they're just like, because sometimes I look at people and I'm like, oh, I really like his boots, but my face might not be showing that. It might just be the flat face.
Sometimes you know, like you're shading me though.
Yeah.
Sometimes you know.
Sometimes you gotta take.
But no, the projection and insecurity definitely does play a part sometimes. Yeah.
Oh, hi.
Hey, Trey.
I'm still around.
Hey, girl.
Hillman College.
I mean, I don't know what you think. Like, I feel like people think I'm a bitch, but I am.
First of all, wait a minute. Don't try to claim what you are and then try to backpedal, bitch. Are you a bitch or you're not?
I said I am.
Okay.
What that girl work say?
Girl.
Like, who cares? No, but like for me, being a bitch is more about it's about asserting some type of like, you're not gonna walk all over me. I think because I'm young, there's a lot of people that think that I don't know what I'm talking about. A lot of the shit that I do and a lot of shit that I'm into, I've been doing it for years, or I've researched my shit. Like, I'm about my research. I'm about my receipts. Like, I know what I'm talking about. So a lot of times I come in a little aggressive, a little bit more of a bitch, because I'm not going to let others walk over me. I like connected. I don't want to say connected, but like I somewhat see where you guys are talking about. Like, Stevie, I think you have your social media presence is somewhat larger than life, but they see that one
entity,
one person. And for me, I feel like sometimes I had similar, I want to say I was similar, right? I know Malik knew me back with my old Twitter.
A kitten.
It was
Still a kitten.
It was
You're still a kitten.
it was the worst, right?
Not in a
And
room full of
a room full of cats. We a cat. She's a kitten. Go ahead.
who said
Trey.
that, bitch?
I'm saying it.
Well, I'm paying it. So
Slide and check in.
it was, I was always, I don't want to say talked about in school, but like I was able to, like, I did what I wanted to do. I said what I wanted to say, but then I wanted to change and I just did it. And no one really, it took a little bit, like a few years for people to realize, but like, I was just like, yeah, like it doesn't matter. Like, that is still me. I'm not divorcing that side. That the side is still around. Yeah. And that side is this one coin, and then the next coin is this other side, is the person into branding, the person that's into music and all these other things. And so I don't really kind of get upset when people say, oh, you're into such and such, or you see me as one thing, because you don't really know me. You see that one side that I've kind of given you because it was easier to give you, and it was easier for me to, oh, I'm going to push this out because it kind of attracts people a little bit more.
Well, can I ask you a question? Because I think the thing that I've learned since like coming out and meeting other queer people and whatever, and watching Pose and just living my life as a out queer person, as an out butch queen.
Come on, Butch Queen.
That's it, Miss
Is that all of those things are me? And how did you really take on like the bitch identity without shaming yourself for it? Because I think some of the more femme parts of me, I would take on personally. I would take on in my room or with my man or whatever. But in space, I'd be like, okay, let me chill. Now I'm in a space where I'm more comfortable. But how did you do that with your like bitchy or?
I mean, I think for me it was just about not wanting a weight on me. Yeah. I think I wanted to be freer in life. I came out to my parents when I was like 16, and I did it like through a text message, like, "Hey, I'm gay. What's for dinner?" Like that was really it, and like it was it.
Admire you.
It was like that was really it. Like I was kind of bored of like having that weight. Like I had friends that knew, but like it was just a weight, and so for me it was just like I have learned to kind of not have a weight on me because I have other shit I got to do, and that weight is added pressure. So the bitch persona came in as like, people call you a bitch, and it really isn't that hurtful. Yeah. It's not going to really take a coin away from my pocket because I'm still going to be working. It's not going to take too much from me. You may feel some type of way, but I'm going to get the shit that I need done. Yeah. And look, it has stopped me from, I mean, people stop, I don't want to say people stop approaching me, but people think, oh, he's a bitch. Like, you see me out. Unlike you guys, I'm like the quiet one. Like, you see me a little bit in the corner. I'm scoping out. And that has to do with like my anxiety and things like that. But they perceived it as, oh, he's a bitch. Yeah. He don't want to speak. He don't want to do this. And that's not the case. So I was like, if that's what you're going to kind of get, I'm going to give it, but I'm going to also show you that that's not even that side. and you're gonna kind of regret it and say, "Oh, I kind of perceived that person wrongly, and maybe I should really kind of fix that next time with someone else." So for me, I'm gonna be a bitch. I was called a bitch at work by a little girl, but she really got that bitch that day because I was really that bitch.
As she should have.
And so yeah, I mean, I like being called a bitch. I don't really care.
So this is like such a side note, but I was so me and my boyfriend went to go see Ant-Man 2, and he is a huge fan of like the Marvel
Universe.
The Marvel
You know
The
what
Marvel
it is,
universe.
universe.
I'm sorry.
You know what I'm trying to say.
He like gives me a debriefing every time that we go to a movie. He sends
I
me
live for him.
files like
I used to go on dates.
I live for
He
him.
needed
it
to.
just
Like, don't tell me nothing.
it's so much, but like literally I don't mind going because usually everything that we do is geared to what I want to do. So like his move, like when we go see movies, is usually like that's his tea. But anywho, like we're walking to the movies, and like and my question is to we're walking to the movies, and like this guy randomly like is looking at my boyfriend, and I'm like,
Oh, I remember this too, man.
puts bangs behind ears, and then like we passed him, and then like Miss Thing gave a look over. She gave a look over at my boyfriend once we passed him. And let me say this. Outside of my boyfriend being attractive to me, I think like the girls live for him just because like he presents as like uber masculine.
Yeah.
And he is bisexual, so he does like date women. But my question to you is like how do you so if someone is attracted, I mean, both of y'all are like uber attractive. Okay. So how do y'all
Girls from the girls.
for the girls, like
And let the girls know that y'all have a stable fucking relationship. And the
Thank
girls
you.
don't step on my toes, bitch, because I'll take you down.
Well,
there you
but
go.
Honestly,
in a nice way.
what I found out, and then because I'm interested to hear what you have to say also. Because I feel like I've talked about this, but I don't know if I've heard what you had to
it's
say.
giving mamas. It's giving mamas.
Like to me, like I just trust my nigga. So to me, it became like I didn't have to prove anything to like. Okay, so one time we out. It was like Pride Week, whatever. They were having a little thing. We were buying candles. It was all cute. The guy who was selling the candles, we run into him after, and he like is saying bye to Laquann, and he's like holding his hand extra long, real sensual. But it was what it was because whatever. Laquann's attractive. I know people. You know, not all of us, but a lot of us is super fucking touchy. Yeah. And so I get it. And I'm like, whatever. But I trust my nigga. I know he's not about to go. So I guess in a way, I'm letting niggas cop feels with no jabs to the face. Should I be jabbing niggas? I guess is the real question.
No,
I should just because I think I'm really...
Yes.
No.
You do bust bitches.
I already
always.
going in. I stand. Okay. Like I trust my nigga. I love
That's
that.
not what I was
You gotta
given.
get one good jab.
You can't be mad. You can't be mad at somebody for seeing what you see. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you
Like,
can see what I see.
No,
because no, babe. Listen what I gotta say real quick.
Go ahead.
The thing is, when you get super like, oh, don't touch my man, don't, you know what, blah, blah, blah. It's like they become less of a person and more of an object. And that's not what a relationship
To me, it's
is.
an ownership thing. I don't want to feel like that ownership.
No, that's
Don't
very
talk
true.
to my man.
That's
I'll beat
very
your
true.
ass.
That's
like
very
a
true.
possessive
Trust
thing.
them to assert themselves.
Trust
and say,
them.
Hey, I'm in a
Because I want to come in.
You know, blah,
I
blah,
want them.
blah.
I want to trust
Like,
them.
they're not a necklace, baby. They're not a necklace. They're a person.
They are a
should be able to
person.
speak up for
I
themselves.
love them for them. But it's honestly some bitches that's out there in the street that will step over that bound who
And it's
have
no
to
shade.
get checked.
If you're one,
them.
no, you can check them. But I'm like, trust your boo to check them.
No,
and if they
I'ma
keep
check
coming,
I'm not
then
gonna check
you
my
go.
nigga,
Then
because we
you
can
check
talk later.
them. You know what I'm saying?
But when the
Like,
girls
my
feel they
thing
puss,
is, do your
feel
thing,
my
babe.
puss too.
Like if I was you and Candleman was feeling, I'll just be like, cool. I'll be like, ain't no thing to me, like, cause I know that my baby
touch
is
my
gonna be
body
like,
too, Mr.
bruh.
Candleman.
Like at some
Touch
point,
my
we're like,
body
okay,
too, Mr.
thanks.
Candleman.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like,
I agree.
people say shit like, oh, I trust you, but I don't trust these niggas, and it's like, no, that means you don't trust me.
No,
Like,
I don't trust both.
So
I don't care about the niggas. Like
You
to me,
can't-
that's a distraction. That's a way for me to like. misplace my insecurity, so then I don't make you feel a way about me being insecure, but being able to put it on somebody else. It's like, nigga, deal with your insecurities.
Can't get enough of y'all. Like, I
deal with your
understand.
insecurities. It's a lot of them though, and I think that's the thing about being in a relationship. It's really about understanding a nigga's insecurities.
Boot.
If that made sense.
I was dating somebody with.
I want to be in a relationship with somebody.
No shade.
No, you don't.
You guys are an inspiration. It's no shade. I'm looking at y'all like
I
it's a little
stand.
touchy.
Oh my God,
I've been
I'm
jealous
like
all
on top of your
episode.
bob, Miss
I'm
Pink.
like irritated.
It's
Like,
giving great gals. Beautiful
you
gals.
get it. Oh my God, I can't.
Yeah, it's no shade, but
I'm gonna die.
let me say that I was about to come out my motherfucking sandals because I am that girl.
That
It's
pops a
bitch.
bitch.
You jab it.
You're a hot mess, girl.
Girl,
It's okay.
It's giving very much of. You can look at my man when I'm not with him, but when I'm the fuck with him, girl, you about
Girl,
to
it's
catch
no
those motherfucking
shade.
hands.
Somebody put you in the microwave on a minute, girl. You're a microwave mess, girl. You're a hot mess. Okay, it's all right.
That's fine.
Still not as good as mine.
Girl, and the fuck? What you? I mean,
no,
what? You want to have a cookie contest, girl?
Not a cookie
Where the cookie monster at, girl? We call them up.
You better say.
Yikes.
I live.
Anyway.
So, we didn't even get to the main topic.
wait, Laquann, what did you? Because I still want to.
Oh, I'm sorry. Look, baby, come on out. Look.
It's a progression, because I would say, like, when we first started hanging out and I would first like see people look at him, or like people be looking at me and I see how he responds, it was definitely like a more jealous, like side eye kind of like the fuck you doing kind of thing or whatever, right? Or I would be like salty about it or like mad at him about it or something, like, the fuck, why are you like, I saw that nigga looking at you and I'm mad at you now, which doesn't make
Right.
sense. But for me now, it's like, it's the same thing. I trust him, and like, I don't believe that he's about to do some shit, and niggas are gonna look because he's a baddie.
Yeah.
And like,
New York.
I stand. Oh my God.
like, you can look, I might hold his hand tighter or
Okay.
something, or whatever.
that's
I won't
natural.
I won't be too petty.
Yeah.
I won't be too
Clutch.
petty.
No, that's
but
a natural thing.
Let them know also. But yeah, and we've had like so many conversations, but like early on, where he's like expressed like he doesn't want to be possessed, and he's like not interested in that kind of like that jealousy stuff. So like I had to like step away from that kind of stuff. And obviously sometimes I'm still gonna get like, nigga, don't try it, he's with me. But like, I check that, and I'm not gonna like get OD or upset about it, because again, I do trust him, and also like, I'm not mad at someone else for like seeing that my boyfriend is beautiful,
Right.
So like,
Wait a
I
minute,
get
can
it too.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
As far as y'all getting like comments underneath your pictures and stuff, because the girls will try underneath the pictures. Do you guys
I
pay?
still check.
No,
I still
listen,
check them.
let me
Right.
tell you
I
something.
still
That
read
has
them.
been one of my biggest problems, because someone will leave a comment like, "Oh, your lips look this and your body looks this,"
Well,
and I just be like, "Ignore that, because you have the prized possession. You have me. Why are you worried about that shit?"
I had to think about that a lot, because
ahead.
Laquann's self-portraits
Yeah.
can be very revealing as
Yeah,
far as his
yeah.
body showing. And I'm like, whatever, that's his art. So for me to be in a relationship with him, I have to, he has to be able to do that as an artist,
Right.
and I have to be okay with it.
See,
But
that's my biggest issue. With
but
it.
it's hard.
It's
That shit is hard. And but
just like
the
work.
thing
It's all
is,
work.
it's work, and
All
we
work.
have to talk about every
Yeah.
single point. Because even the comment thing, like
The
we had that
comment.
conversation
Yeah, we
like 2
have.
weeks
They be
ago
carrying.
about people, like y'all were saying we live for y'all, and I was like, he asked me, I think, how do you feel about people kind of like, because I've
Saying,
been
like,
in that
couple goals.
relationship,
Y'all
that
are
couples
fucking
goals
relationship
relationship. I've
goals,
done
uh-huh.
that, and in the past, there's been a pressure on me that was weird.
no.
And it affected our relationship. It even affected when I was like, okay, we need to break up. But oh my God, what are people gonna think if we break up? And I'm like,
Shoot my
this
shot,
is too
Miss
much
Thing.
shit in my life.
Waiting.
It ain't even. I just your understanding of your emotional intelligence and maturity, the both of you. I stand.
It's a
Yeah.
work in
Yeah, I better say, girl, shut up.
Okay. So I know we look. The girls gonna put us out, but I want to go ahead and get into
My time. God damn
girl.
Jam of the week, man.
it. Jam on the motherfucking week, ho. Aaron, go first.
My gen, I literally just forgot it. Oh wait, no, hold on. Yeah, I forgot mine. I don't know.
Go ahead. Oh,
ML.
So Frank Ocean lost, but
Love that song.
sang by Georgia Smith.
Now, bitch,
On-
which one?
On your,
because you be trying to choose two, Miss Thing.
And I
this
know
is this is one song.
Georgia Smith's
It's a
cover.
Georgia
Cover.
Smith
Oh,
sings the
sing.
cover
Okay.
of Lost.
Okay.
Yeah. It's good. It's on
'Cause you know,
SoundCloud.
a
It's on
bitch
YouTube.
can't
She
get
got a
two.
new album out. I don't know why I'm standing for her. Give me a job, girl.
Yeah.
I'm giving you promo, you know.
Laquann.
Ape shit, Jay-Z and Beyonce. I've been learning every single fast ass lyric of Beyonce's because I'm going to the concert and I'm about to be fucking ready and out of breath trying to keep up with her ass. But I know the lyrics now and I'm ready. The fuck? Ape shit.
I know what mine is now. Mine is Sleepwalker by Emily King.
I love Emily
I just got into her. She's amazing. And right now, I'm vacillating to a few different of songs on her album that I'm in love with. But Sleepwalker is fantastic. I love stories of love and attachment being told, and she tells hers in a new way in this song, and I love that. So, yeah.
Mine is So Far Away by Charlie XCX. She's usually a pop girl, but if you listen to So Far Away, it's very like pop meets R&B. So, girl, check out my girl.
Stevie.
I'm gonna be really, really, really staple. My jam of the week is Mariah Carey's "We Belong Together."
Because we do.
You know, I listen to that song and I say honestly, that was one of Mariah Carey's best songs that she's ever released. And the fucking meaning behind the song is just, bitch, we belong together. Just take that as it's in the title. It's just very much of the best song Mariah's released. So "We Belong Together" is my jam of the week.
Did you get yours?
Yeah, Malik went.
Oh, I blanked out. My jam of the week is, bitch, keep throwing shit. Toni Braxton's "Find Me a Man" from her album Secrets.
Come on, Secret.
Yes.
10 on that album, this thing.
I just love that song. I love Toni Braxton. I am a Toni Braxton stan.
Stand for my Braxton.
Yeah, that's it.
So, the girls, it was cute. We like to thank our guest, ML and Laquann.
We love y'all. Thank you for coming out.
Also,
What's up?
get y'all motherfucking tickets for motherfucking Slay Fest.
Slay
ho.
Fest, Miss Thing. Him will be there, and we are definitely live streaming
What's
our
up?
motherfucking podcast, Miss Thing. Everybody, get your tickets for Slay Fest. Yeah.
We gonna be walking around too.
Hey.
Yes.
We're gonna be
We gonna bring
there.
y'all.
We're gonna be watching him live on the stage.
Throw some panties up there.
Those
We got them.
We love
we not about to read girls.
I don't wear thongs. And it's like, what?
Yeah,
Right.
we got so many underwear.
Come on, bring her
girls.
out.
There are so many things to
I
unpack
love when the guests
here.
come on there.
The
Listen,
lace
you
ones,
know
the
the girls.
string
thong
ones,
game.
the thongs.
I need
the
to go to
T-
the store.
I need you an adult. You need
A thong with balls.
You
Yes,
need
we got drag
See?
straps.
Yeah,
That's why we
yeah.
do
No,
it.
it's hard. It
It's
is hard
real
to
out
find, but
here.
it's out here.
Okay.
no shade. You got to be in your thongs. You
Found
got to
out
be in your
red-
drag
found out red
straps.
is Matthew's color.
Come
Yeah.
on. Put your things on.
Come
on,
my
here.
personals
Come on
out
now.
there. My intimate.
I love y'all. Any last moments? We about to hit it out.
We love everybody who listens to us every fucking week. We love y'all for real.
Make sure you don't drop that dun-dun-dun.
Okay.
Drop
that
it.
note.
Drop it.
Please
You
don't.
deserve to.
Don't listen to us and drop that down to this thing.
Well, it's been cute. We love y'all girls, and we will see y'all.
Air motherfucking Wednesday.
Air motherfucking Wednesday.
Live in the
Yeah.
Benji basement.
That's it. We love y'all. Bye-bye.
Yeah, baby.
Trap money, boom. She got me in my feelings. Gotta be real with it. Yeah. Kiki, do you love me? Are you riding? Say you never ever leave from beside me. Cause I want you, and I need you. And I'm down for you always, baby. Do you love me? Are you riding? Say you never ever leave from beside me. Cause I want you, and I need you. And I'm down for you always. What they know me is really good around me. I play, you gotta feel me before they try and kill me. They gotta make some choices. They running out of options. Cause I've been going off and they don't know when to stop it. When to stop it, stop it, stop it, stop. When to stop it, don't know when to stop it. When to stop it, stop it. Don't know when to stop it. When to stop it, stop it, stop. When to stop it.